Babyyy, Black Law Rebel Music. Hey, I appreciate you on this stick. Madam CJ Walker Life, Madam CJ Walker.
Black woman get yours, excellent authors, lawyers, real estate, black woman doctors, build a beauty empire, Madam CJ Walker. Like Madam CJ Walker.
She was born in December, it was like the 23rd. Her parents, they were slaves, but she rose like a bird. It was 1867, I don't know if you heard. She ended up as an orphan at the young age of 7. But her genius, it was sprouting, one day it would be ready. Married at 14 to escape the rough. Sarah Breedlove was her name at first. Technically a slave, giving name to her. She is black excellence, let me show proof. Hope you listening, now let me tell you. She was born on the same plantations, they was picking cotton. But that was back in the day, and she moved to St. Louis with her brothers, they was barber. She was a watch woman for years, walking proper. Then she joined the African American church, and she sang for the choir, she was special at birth. Doing that time she tried commercial hairdressers, but it didn't work. For her hair's texture, so she started something new. She was just experimenting to cure scalp infections. She was just thinking different. Whoa!
Black woman get yours, excellent authors, lawyers, real estate, black woman doctors, build a beauty empire, Madam CJ Walker. Like Madam CJ Walker. Black woman get yours, excellent authors, lawyers, real estate, black woman doctors, build a beauty empire, Madam CJ Walker. Like Madam CJ Walker.
She moved to Denver up in 1905. She worked as a cook for a pharmacist, no job. Taught her chemistry, just listen how she thrived. Cooking up formulas whip. She perfected ointment to cure dandruff, she lit. Did she marry Charles Walker? It was 1906. With a Walker method, she achieved so much success. Walker system of beauty culture, look it up. And for anything further, you can study her. Hey, this is real hip hop. I ain't coming to play. Black kids gather around, I got something to say. They forgot about her story and his story. We great, we legends, we magic. Get music, reach minds, no acting. Do it again, drill music, I'm subtracting. Do it again, drill music, I'm subtracting.
Black woman get yours, excellent authors, lawyers, real estate, black woman doctors, build a beauty empire, Madam CJ Walker. Like Madam CJ Walker. Black woman get yours, excellent authors, lawyers, real estate, black woman doctors, build a beauty empire, Madam CJ Walker. Like Madam CJ Walker.
It's motherfucking Black History Month, y'all. We gotta talk about some Black history. So shout out to TB Living Proof. He created fucking a whole entire series of albums to teach you about Black history, actually. So if you go check out TB Living Proof, this song, Madam CJ Walker, is one of many songs talking about significant roles that Black individuals played, men and women, throughout history, to make our fucking life easy and amazing in many ways. So if you want to learn some more, which I encourage you, and I hope you feel inspired to, go check out TB Living Proof. He has literally 3 volumes of his albums that he wrote and did himself. I don't think he produced it, but don't quote me because he might have. But he definitely, you guys go check out TB Living Proof, man. Big shout out to him. Gratitude for sharing your art with me and with the rest of us as well, sir. Peace and love to you. Black Excellence, what's it called? I'm so sorry. I really feel bad because I cannot remember off the top of my head what the album is called. It's something of Black Excellence, volume 1, 2, and 3. What is it? Maybe it'll come to me, y'all. If not, TB, if you're listening right now, please tell us the name of your albums. Yo, I'm hot all of a sudden. Whew. Okay, so peace, y'all. I was gonna say Grand Rising, but it's definitely 7 p.m. Um Joyful motherfucking Monday. Joyful moon day on this beautiful Monday, y'all. Although I say beautiful, but if you're in Minnesota, like it was gloomy and chilly today. We've been getting spoiled with some beautiful sunshine these past, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, and 3, 4 days, five, whatever. Anyways, today was not. It was gloomy AF. So Kim, love you, Miss Kim Waterman. Gratitude for being here. Peace and love to you always. I know I always harass you about when are you coming to Minnesota, but come see me, girl. Hit me up when you get here. You got my number. Um I'm always harassing her, y'all, like, come to Minnesota, which I don't mean that in a super harassing way, for real, because I get it, life be life. And so there's definitely no pressure there. Just know that, you know, you can come kick it at my house. Love you, girl. So y'all, okay, so I'm not saying that I'm gonna do this forever. So I don't need anybody out there thinking that they're about to judge me if they ever see me and I've not stuck to this. Because first and foremost, I'm about to break it down for you. Okay, so I have been smoking weed for 33, 34 years, somewhere in that range, right? I've been smoking since I was really young. So I've been smoking for a long ass fucking time, and there's only been a few times in my life where I didn't smoke, and they were by force because it was usually I was in a jail cell. So that was actually, no, every time except for one time I had to quit because of um my PO, um who was an ex police officer, and I had been on papers for a year and a half. And this ex police officer decided, like, oh, he's like, oh, no one's ever given you a UA. We should give you one. And I'm like, no, the fuck we shouldn't. But whatever, bitch. So of course I dropped dirty, and then I got in trouble for that. So I quit then too. But the only times I've ever not smoked weed in my life has been by force. Um, it's not something I've ever desired to not do. I absolutely love it. And I may even go back to it again. But today I quit. Today. Like today is day one. Somebody fucking help me. And like I said before, I've quit before. It's not like I've never endured this fucking horrible detox for this next 2 weeks that we endure when we do quit. I have endured it by force again, not because I wanted to. But you might be asking yourself right now, like, Mel, why the fuck did you quit then? Right. And I quit because I wanted to see like if there was a difference if I didn't smoke. And I know like right now I'm really annoyed by everything. But and my stomach is really upset because it really affects our bodies a lot. And it's not like people be like, "Oh, you're addicted." Like it's not that I'm addicted, but when you take something into your body every single day and then you just fucking stop cold turkey, your body is going to go through um it's going to there's going to be an effect on your body. It's going to go through some shit. Like I don't give a fuck what it is. If you ate sugar every single day of your life and then you quit eating sugar one day cold turkey, you're going to have some serious, actually worse than what I'm going through. If you quit drinking and people think sugar's fine and people think weed is a drug, which if you ask me, if weed's a drug, sugar is a hard drug. Sugar's cocaine. Okay. So yeah, no. It's not as bad as that is by any means. And also the withdrawals are not as bad. But I will say that it's not something that I've ever endured because I wanted to. And even right now I don't want to endure it, but I do want to see, am I able to tap in more deeply into my practices. Like, am I able to hear my spirit team better? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, am I able to see things differently in the world? Am I able to, you know, I don't know. I just want to see if it makes a difference in my life. And I guess for me, how do I explain this without sounding like a complete fucking cuckoo bird? That's the story of my life. That's the fucking story of my life. How do I say this without sounding insane? No, but for real. My life right now, where I'm at in my journey, consists of solitude and consists of inner work. And here's the thing is like, and connecting with my spirit team, my spirit guides, source consciousness, source goddess consciousness, mother goddess, however you want to call it. But my whole like thing in life right now is really just tapping in, you know what I mean? Just, and I've been doing this for so many years now. It's like kind of wild because, yeah, I feel sometimes like I'm just completely disconnected from the world. And I am, and I always have been. But like, weed was the one thing that kind of brought me back to other people's level, if that makes sense. And that might sound, I don't give a fuck how it sounds, to be honest with you, because everybody's going to perceive that however the fuck they perceive that. And each person is going to perceive it differently. Like, you might hear what I just said and you don't give a fuck. Where the next person might hear what I just said and be like super triggered, like somehow I think I'm better than them or something like that. And to that person, I say, that's an inside thing. Go do some more work. Um, but in all reality, like, I'm not somebody who smokes weed to get high. I'm somebody who smokes weed to get low, if that makes sense. Like, weed brings me down. Not, it doesn't make me high. It makes me chill. It makes me be able to, like, I don't know. Myself and some other people like me, we joke about how like weed makes it so that we can understand other people and they can understand us. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, because everything is energy and energy is frequency, so like everything carries a frequency. Every fucking thing carries a frequency. Your words carry a frequency, your mannerisms carry a frequency, your thoughts carry a frequency, the food you eat carries a frequency, the water carries a frequency, your clothes carry a frequency. Every fucking thing is a frequency, carries a frequency, is a frequency. So like, when I speak, a lot of people don't know what I'm saying. And that's not to say that they can't comprehend the words that are coming from my mouth because I'm speaking fucking English. So they can comprehend the words that are coming from my mouth, but they don't comprehend what I'm saying. If that makes sense. They don't comprehend what I'm actually saying, because just because I'm using the words doesn't mean that what I'm saying. How do you explain that to people? The intention behind it? The intention behind the words, the meaning behind the words, the energy behind the words is what needs to be understood and comprehended. It's not the words. Because English and any fucking language are just words. And those words are a way to convey frequency. Gratitude. Those words are a way to convey the frequency. And so here's the thing is like, I'm saying the words, but it's not the words that you need. It's the frequency. So if you can't pick up on the frequency, you're not going to fully understand or comprehend the words. You will on your level and at the frequency that you're at, but you're not going to comprehend it at the frequency that I said it. And I don't think that I don't know. So I guess the concept that is being laid out here is that if I stopped smoking weed for a while, and I'm going to give it like 2 weeks to a month, I don't know, maybe longer. Maybe I will smoke weed in 3 days. I don't fucking know. I'm not judging myself or placing a restriction on myself. I'm only placing I'm giving myself the opportunity. It's an opportunity to see if there's a difference for myself because everyone is different. So I know there's people out there that are like, oh, you have to stop smoking because if you don't, you won't be able to X, Y, and Z. And that's for you. You can't X, Y, and Z. But here's the thing is like X, Y, and Z may not be your thing anyway. So even if you stop smoking weed and you can now X, Y, and Z, that doesn't mean it's for you or that that's like your main thing or the thing that you brought for the world. But I have heard of other people having that happen to them where when they stopped smoking, they were able to tap in better. They were able to remember their travels better. And for me, like, I'm gonna call it dreaming, because that's what people understand it as. It's the word that's the comprehension, what people know it as, but it's not how we perceive dreaming. It's not how we're taught dreaming. Like we're taught a dream is something that's like if you were to go downstairs, if you were to go into your living room and turn your TV on, like that's how they want you to perceive dreaming to be. They have us. That's kind of how they explain dreaming to people is like dreaming is like you're watching something play out in front of you and that is false as fuck. Dreaming is what you remember or dreaming in the awake state. When you think of a dream and you remember the things that happen, when you say I dreamt of this, what you remember is actually events that really happened. It's not something that you watched on a TV happen before your eyes. It's something you literally did and were involved in. You actually energetically did this. You actually traveled there. You really had that conversation. You really did these things. Um which I know is not what it sounds like. I get what that sounds like, but it's reality. I mean, it's true. I don't even know if I should use the word reality to describe that, but it's true. It's truth. And in that truth is freedom. Because our dreams, when we go to sleep at night, this body, that's when the body is allowed to, or get, not allowed to, sorry for that, cancel that. That's when the body does its best healing, because the body is not being succumbed to anything else. It's not being, no one's making it work. No one's making it, think. No one's doing anything with it. It just is it's just allowed to be still. And when it's given that opportunity to be still and not eating, not drinking fluids, not doing all of the billions of things that we do every day, it's just in a moment of not being fucked with, it can heal way better, because it's all it has to focus on is the healing, right, and resting, and in rest is healing, sleep or otherwise. uh However, you, not your body's healing, sleeping, resting, regenerating, building up. It's where'd that word go? Recalibrating. Because here's the thing, the body is holding you and you are energy. You are a soul, your energy, whatever you want to call it. Soul, your energy, right? And what did we say? Energy is a frequency. Well, your actual soul is a higher frequency than the body that contains it. So, like, the body can hold that, but the body becomes tired. You notice how you get really tired, you get wore down, your body feels heavy. Your body feels heavy because it's starting to feel heavy on you, on your energy, on your frequency, on your soul. Um, and the body can only hold that high vibration for so long before it needs to, what's the word I'm looking for? Transmute. Fuck. It needs to transmute that energy that it's been holding for so long. And so you have to sleep. And when you go to sleep, the body's healing and the energy that's you, the soul, whatever, the frequency, leaves the body. It goes out of the body and it travels in the energetic realms, different dimensions, different realms. It's, you travel. And in that traveling, you're having interactions, you're solving problems, you're doing things, you're whatever, right? When you come back to what you remember is a message. You're supposed to remember these things. They don't always make sense. Sometimes that shit's really crazy and it's like, what the fuck? But here's the thing is in that there is a message. Your human mind trying to decipher it is not always easy. Um, but if you get into meditation and you start writing these things down and keeping yourself a dream journal, you can it makes it easier to go back and decipher what the fuck was going on in those dream states, in those energetic travels that you were having. So that's something that's super cool if you think about it. But so me personally, I remember my travels, but I don't always remember my travels. And I want to see if I remember more of my travels if I stop smoking weed. Also, am I able to dive deeper in those travels? Because I remember things quite often, actually. And I don't always remember the vision, but I remember the feelings and I remember the interactions. And sometimes I remember the interactions like later on. Here's the thing that's really crazy though is like, and if you're someone who does this, you totally will be like, oh my God, I do that too. I think in my sleep. And I don't just mean like my dream. I mean, I literally, like, I have whole thought processes as conversations in my sleep with people. And I will remember those thought processes and conversations as actually having happened here in this earth plane too. So sometimes the other person will remember that interaction energetically as well. And I love when that happens because then I don't have to have that conversation again because that person already got it and it's like sealed. You know what I'm saying? It's different too when we have it energetically. I don't know why, but for some reason, maybe because there's not all the fluff and the distraction and the fucking energy and the bombardment and all the shit that we fucking deal with on earth. You don't have that in other realms, and when you're a spirit and your energy and you're just floating through the dimensions and the realms, it's different because you're not bound down by any of the things that are in this physical world. So you're able to communicate very differently, very very differently. So your communication with each other is so much easier and it's so much more complete when you can have it not here on this earth realm. So I fully love when someone remembers the conversation or at least the energy that we exchanged in a dream so I don't have to do it again. But sometimes that doesn't happen. So like I'll remember conversations, but here's what's the crazy part that I was trying to get to is that sometimes I cannot decipher between whether we had that conversation and that interaction in my dream state, quote unquote, or here in this physical plane. And so I'll forget and I'll say stuff and I'll be like, wait a minute, you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, never mind. That must have been a dream. Or like I'll be like, oh my God, the other day we were da da da, and my son will look at me and I'm like, oh, we were, never mind. I dreamt that. That was a dream that I had. Like, so I want to see, my experiment is, I'm a scientist, so fuck it. Let's do an experiment. My experiment is, if I quit smoking weed and I allow my body to fully, detox from this, because you have to go through the 2 weeks or whatever of like the crazy dreams and the not being able to eat very well and the upset stomach and the frustration, from the loss of the cannabinoid in your body, uh, before you can really know for sure. At least that's my personal opinion from my own knowledge and understanding of a lot of things that surround this. And also my own experiences. Because in this time, yeah, if you're someone who's ever quit before or just recently quit or thinking about quitting, you do go through a state of detox, where you're going to feel like different. You're you feel different. Oh, anyways, my point of what I was saying is that we have a cannabinoid system in our body, in an endocannabinoid system already, like in our brain, whatever. So like we're supposed to take in cannabinoids. Are we supposed to smoke weed? Why not? I mean, it's actually one of the best ways to utilize it because it needs heat. You have to do something to heat it up. You could smoke it, you could heat it up and eat it, you could drink it in some tea. Each of those things is going to give you a completely different effect on your body. However, you will still receive the cannabinoid that your body needs. We actually do need endocannabinoid or cannabinoids. And what's crazy is we used to get them naturally, via our food and things like that. People also used to just kind of use weed more as a herb in cooking and things like that. So we used to eat it a lot more and get it a lot more, drink it as teas, things of that nature, make tinctures. And I'm sure people always smoked it as well. However, there was a huge change in society a long time ago. Um, and then they started removing it from nature. And which means that things weren't eating it. Like if you are a meat eater and you eat meat, obviously that's what meat eaters do. Um, that like say you eat beef, right? The cow that you are snacking on would have snacked on some weed. So that means that you would have received through eating that cow cannabinoids. And same with if you picked it up and you put some on your salad, like we were receiving it in more natural ways. Nowadays, unless you grow it yourself or you know who's growing it and how they're doing it, you really don't know what you're ending up with anymore, which is kind of scary in a way. Personally, I only trust a few select people when I buy my weed. And these are people that I have been dealing with for years and years and known for a long time. So I feel comfortable with that. But I would even still like to grow my own. But do you see, like, if you don't know or if your people don't know where they're getting their shit from, it could be sprayed with chemicals that you don't fucking want. It could be processed in a way you don't want. It could be the energy in it could be super shit and you don't want that either. You don't want somebody's negative ass fucking energy when they're over there snipping buds and they're talking shit and they're angry or they're upset or they're whatever, whatever. You don't want that because energy goes into that shit. So, um, that's another thing to be mindful of these days with it because you just don't know what you're facing as far as chemicals and shit are concerned. Because here's the thing too is be mindful who you fuck with, man. Period. Just be mindful who you deal with in this world and what you consume from humans you don't know and things like that. Because people could be getting it from someone and then spraying it with shit to make it more potent. But in all reality, that's not necessarily making it more potent. It's just adding a chemical that has an effect. Stop that shit. If you're somebody who's doing that to people's weed, stop that fucking shit. Stop that shit. For real, for real. Like, but I want to grow my own. So anyone out there who's like a grower, I would love some tips from y'all. How to get started because I've never done it before. But I do grow other plants. So hopefully I can do that too. Should I go back to smoking weed? That is, I don't know what's gonna happen, y'all. Just like every other thing in life, it's up in the air, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's like this strange process that I have to go through first, and I feel good, but I also feel off. I feel a little not fully like myself right now. Like I didn't even eat dinner tonight because my stomach was upset from what I ate for breakfast this morning. Like my stomach was still upset all day. My stomach was upset because that is another part of what weed does. The cannabinoids are part of your digestion. So if you are not taking that anymore, your body's not going to digest the same. So now my body has to recalibrate its digestive fluids. It has to recalibrate everything again. And I had thought about like weaning myself off of it, but being that I'm a real full-fledged pothead, like a real smoker for real. Like there's no I not there's no way, but do I trust myself to hold myself fully accountable to be like, no, you're only smoking, one bowl a day. Like, yeah, I do. But also I feel like why even put that on myself? Like I already know what I want to do. Why put that on myself? Why prolong it? And then there's also the chance that I might not actually stop then. I might just keep smoking and I wouldn't know then. I need to know. I gotta know. I gotta know. Because I think back on the last time that I quit and it was by force. And it was 2018, 19, 17. No, 15. 2016. It was 2016. Yes, that's what it was, y'all. 2016 was the last time that I quit smoking by force. And when I think back on that now, I quit for like 3 years. And at the end of that third year was when I really no, 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 no. 2018. 2018 I think is when I really started like tapping into my real spiritual side and like finding my gifts and realizing like that I am the God that I have been seeking, that I am God, that I have been looking and searching in religion and out in the world for what is inside of me already and inside of you as well. So that was when I really started tapping in. And I want to say I wasn't smoking weed at the time. Also, I feel like, and maybe because it was just the beginning, it might feel that way, but I feel like I really had some really, like, a lot of really intense awakening aha moments. And then I broke up with the guy I was dating at the time. And I went through a really, really, really tough time with that breakup. Like it was really hard for me because regardless of like everything that we had went through, regardless of all the lies and the cheating, I really loved him as a person. And like he was like my friend. He was like my best friend. You know what I mean? So it was like that was really, really I that might be the hardest breakup I've ever been through in my life. I really struggled with that one. And it was really tough too because we lived in the same house for like a year after we broke up so that we could both get our shit together and like separate and go find our own ways because we'd been living together for like 3 years. Well, then 3 or 4 at that point. But I went through a lot of shit and I fucking I hit rock bottom, y'all. I really did. And I also got off papers in that time. When I was like coming out of my rock bottom, I also was not being surveilled by the people anymore. So I got off papers. So which means that I could smoke weed again, right? Actually, no, I didn't get off papers because I had a lot of years. Never mind. I did not get off papers yet, but I was put on administrative whatever, whatever, so that they weren't seeing me all the time. That's what it was. So I was like, "Ooh, I can smoke weed again." So I started smoking weed again right away. Do you see what I'm saying? Like I didn't really have a downtime from the drinking that I was doing. Which was not okay, by the way. Which alcohol is extremely low vibrational, and if you're struggling with alcohol, I'm sending you lots of love and healing energy. You can get through this. Like I promise you, you can. I've never been a drinker. That was like just one of two times in my life where I allowed myself to like be completely succumbed by alcohol. The other time was actually when I left my husband, which is so weird because both times were breakups with men. But that one was like back a long fucking time ago because I've been divorced for 20 God, I don't know, a fucking lot of years. But so the alcohol is super low vibrational. So it was like now I'm starting to wonder, did had I started smoking weed again? Now you guys, I'm wondering about my own timeline. I'm actually second guessing myself and questioning myself here in this timeline because I wonder, did I start having those aha moments and these awakenings when I started smoking weed again? Now I can't remember. Oh my God. See, and that's the thing. I can't remember. So I want to find out. I want to know. I want to know. I'd be curious if anyone who's watching right now or watches this replay, if you are a pothead, a weed smoker, whatever you want to call yourself, a stoner, um, a wake and baker, um, excuse me, if you are someone who smokes weed or ever did smoke weed, and you're someone who's spiritual on like the same type of shit that I'm on, it, you have you ever quit? Did you notice a difference? Were you able to tap in better? Did you get better visions? Were you able to meditate better? Were you able to, remember your travels better from your sleep? Like, or do you feel like it was the same? Or do you feel like it was the opposite? Like you got better travel memory with weed, or you got better um aha moments and like tap ins, because I've been smoking this whole fucking time, and I have, obviously this is self-proclaimed, because how the fuck would y'all know other than what you've seen change in me throughout the years. But I have I've leveled up immensely, immensely. Like, if you knew me fucking 10 years ago, 5 years ago, seven, you don't know me anymore. You don't know me at all anymore. Like, I mean, not even a little bit. I'm the same. How do you explain that? Like, obviously, there's still things about me that are the same. I still have similar personality. Still dashingly gorgeous. I'm still absolutely hilarious. I'm still extremely intelligent. Like, yeah, I'm just joking off. I'm just joking. Well, I'm not. I'm actually am those things, but I'm just joking and like trying to say all those things about myself and sounding conceited as fuck. It was a joke. However, I'm not the same person. Like, I have changed so much. My perspective on life has changed so much. Um, fuck, I can't even to even try to begin to explain to you what has changed in my life seems like a impossible feat, which I'm possible is in the word, so obviously it's possible. However, it's quite a feat. Because a lot has happened in my life and a lot has changed in me in the past um, 8, 9, 10 years. So I wonder, and I'm curious about your experience. Is there going to be a difference between smoking weed and not smoking weed? And part of me hopes that there's not a difference because I do really love smoking weed. And I don't even know what it is about smoking weed that I love. I love the smell of it. I love the taste of it. I love the euphoric feeling that it gives me. I don't know. Um, but is it a necessity for life? I guess we'll find out. And maybe I'll start eating it or something as opposed to smoking it. Or maybe I'll just go back to smoking it. Or maybe I'll never touch weed again. Dun, dun, dun. Wait, 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 wait. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. It's like a mystery, I guess, to solve. So, with that being said, please forgive me if I'm a little like "Leh," because I don't mean to be, but my brain is like, "Where's the weed, bro? What the fuck?" So my brain is like recalibrating. Everything in my body is recalibrating right now. So I'm kind of just like floaty in a sense and not really. What is yourself? Like, that's actually the question to ask, I guess. I was going to say I'm not myself, but what is myself? The only myself that I've ever known for 33, 34 years has been someone who smoked weed. And in all reality, when I started smoking weed as a very young teenager, I don't even know why I started smoking weed. It was like a thing I just wanted to try, I guess. It's like, cool. I don't even remember the first time I smoked weed. I don't even remember anything about that shit. And it's curious because I feel like no matter your belief system, you will agree with the statement that, like, we're divinely guided from birth, before birth. But definitely while we're on this earth plane, we're divinely guided. And so it's like if I was young and source consciousness wanted to give me something that was going to help me, wouldn't source consciousness just give me that like idea to try it? Like, go try it. So then it's like, if I'm not smoking it and it was good for me and was helping me, should I be? Or was it just something I needed for the time being and I don't need it anymore? Maybe it's not something that I need to utilize anymore. Maybe I've surpassed it. Maybe I haven't. I don't even know the answers, y'all. But this is just another experiment, another rabbit hole, another experience for me to be able to gain knowledge in, test out, and come back with some information. We'll see what happens on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. But I just feel like, I want to do what's best for my body and what's best for my journey. And for me, I'm I really want to be the person I came here to be. I really want to fulfill the mission I came here to fulfill. I want to be that energy, that impactful, positive energy that I came here to be. I came here for a reason. I have something I'm supposed to be doing. I don't necessarily know exactly what that is, and maybe I haven't found it yet, but maybe I will in this experience. Maybe I'll be able to tap in and find out what my purpose is. Man, I wish I knew. It's so dope when people are living their purpose. You can always tell when people are living their purpose because, like, their life looks easy as fuck. And probably their life looks like success and it looks like peace and freedom, luxury, wealth, all these things. Because when you are living your purpose, it's easy, it's not work. And I want to do that. I don't want to fucking work. I don't ever want to work again. Why the fuck would somebody want to work? That's insane. Unless you like to work. But here's the thing is like I say that, but I do many things. I'm a videographer, I'm a graphic designer, I'm a photographer. I own an apothecary. I'm an underwriting consultant with KMOJ. I have this show that I just come here and fucking rant to you guys for an hour to 2 hours every Monday. But none of those things are work to me because I enjoy them. But are they my purpose? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because every time I've tried to be successful in any of those things, I can't be. Not that I can't be. I'm not. Um, I'm not a successful videographer and graphic designer and photographer. I'm a talented videographer, graphic designer, and photographer. I have the skill. I'm talented. I'm good at it. Um, I started a business on it. When I started my business, it at first it took off, and I was like, "Oh my god, I found my thing!" Right? And then it took off, and then it like sparked, and it went right up, and then it came straight down fucking crash. I can't remember. I the last music video I shot was like 3 years ago. I shot other videos since then. I've shot some interviews. I've shot some promo videos. I did some skits. I've done some other work that I haven't shared because that was part of the contract. Um, but like, I love music videos. I love shooting music videos. I would also very much love to shoot film and direct movies, documentaries. I love shooting music videos because I love doing the effects. I love music. Um, I love the cuts. I love the transitions. I love all of the things about a music video. I love filming it, all the things. When I'm given creative freedom, the videos I feel like always turn out way better than when someone tries to stifle me or wants certain things that are not conducive with the actual video. I've had artists before who their music is like melodic and like they're like sing rapping, and then they want like fast cuts and a bunch of like spazzing out effects, which is cool and all if you're looking for juxtaposition. But if you wanted something that flows and looks like what the song sounds like, that's not gonna work. Um, you know, we can do it though, and I have. Um, but yeah, I love to shoot music videos. Am I a successful videographer? No, I'm not. I wish I was sometimes. I really do wish I was. And I try. I even still try. And I do still shoot videos. Like I just shot a interview last week and I just finished editing it today. Well, at least the first draft of it today. Um so like, I do work still. I still do not work, but I still do create as a videographer. It's just obviously not my purpose. Because if it were, when I spiked up like this, it would not have came straight back down and crashed. It would have continued to rise. You see? Photography, videography, graphic design, they all kind of fall in that range. Apothecary, I fucking love my apothecary. I'm very knowledgeable about herbs. I'm very knowledgeable about holistic health and holistic healing, holistic wellness. I'm very knowledgeable about how to heal the body, how to heal the mind, how to heal from trauma. Um, I'm very knowledgeable about how to create healthy, non toxic, all natural products. I have a huge, beautiful line of products that are amazing, and anyone who uses them fucking loves them and raves about them. When I first started my apothecary, it went like this, straight up, and I was like, "Oh my god, yes! I knew it! I knew that was my thing!" Boom, straight down, crash. Why? Because it's not my thing. I'm really good at it. I'm very highly skilled in it. I have a ton of knowledge. I can help you heal yourself. I can make you some amazing healing products, household products, all the things, right? But it's not my purpose, because if it was my purpose, when it went up like this, it would not have came straight back down and nosedive. Do I still make money doing it? Yeah, I do. I have a shit ton of ads on Facebook Marketplace. I post on Facebook. I have a Facebook page. I post on Instagram, although not much anymore. Because once you see the come up and you see the crash, do you want to keep beating a dead horse? I fucking don't. So do I still make all natural products? Fuck yes, because I have clientele and I'm going to use them. My household only uses the products that I make. I make household cleaning products. I make body care products like from head to toe. I make laundry products. We use my house. We use my products in our house, in my house. Um, so regardless, I mean, I have that skill for me, right? But it's not my purpose. Because if it were, it wouldn't have burned. It wouldn't have crashed. It wouldn't have skyrocketed and did so amazing. And I was boom, 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 getting clients and sales and all the things were happening. And either it's not my thing or some people who I thought were my friends put some kind of thing on me, but they couldn't have because I've already removed any of that shit. So you can't say shit about me, bro. I'm protected. I'm heavily guarded. Fuck you. And if it were my thing though, it wouldn't have went up and crashed. It would have went up and kept going up. It would have been successful, highly successful. Same with my show. I had the juice for a lot of years. And don't get me wrong now, part of that, no, because I really had to work hard. I had to work hard to do the juice, y'all. I used to seek out people to come on the show. Like I would be on social media scrolling and some random person would share a video of theirs or a song of theirs or anything, or I'd find a video or song that I really liked and I would just get in their inbox like, "Hey, I have a show that supports independent artists. I'd love to have you on my show. Da 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 da. Send me some if you're interested. Send me some da 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 da." Set it all up. But here's the thing: I had to seek out every fucking person that came on the show. Yeah, I did that show for 5 years straight. Quit because I got sick of all of the work I was doing and none of the people who I was asking to come on the show, not none, scratch that, cancel that. I There was enough people that were I was asking to come on the show that would no call, no show, that would just do fucked up shit. It got to the point where it was like I couldn't deal with that and the breakup that I was going through at the same time. That was the bad breakup time. Was when I stopped doing the juice for the first time. And anyone who knows me and saw me go through that, like who knew me before it and after it and saw me go through that, I know that you were like, "Whoa, who the fuck is this person?" I know that in between was like, "Whoa." I look back at videos that I was recording of myself. Y'all, I apologize to my body for the things that I did to you and the things that I allowed. And I apologize to anyone out there who was ever affected by that portion of my life because it was intense, to say the least. It was really intense. But so clearly that's not my thing because then I came back, right? Because people kept pestering me about the fucking show. They want to come on the show. You know how many people, first of all, I just want to say that there are multiple people who cried, whined, kicked, screamed. What do they say? Punched the air. What do they say? Fighting the air, sliding down the wall, whatever the fuck. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, there are plenty of motherfuckers who were doing that about the juice being gone. Who when I brought it back, never have come on the show, never sent me a fucking song. Like, fuck y'all. On some all the way real shit, fuck you. Like, I literally brought that show back for y'all. Like, not them specific people, but I'm saying, like, I didn't bring the juice back for me. I did, in a way. I brought it back for me because I like to support independent business and I like to support independent artists because those are passions of mine. But the show was for them, was for y'all. It was for y'all. So if I was going to continue to do that shit and seek out people to come on the fucking show every week, It's not for me. It's not for me. The juice was listened to in over 80 some countries. Over 80 countries, 80 some countries around the world. And still, that was not my thing. But maybe I'm getting closer because that was slightly successful. Other than it never brought me money yet. That was one thing it hadn't started to do yet. I paid for everything for the juice. Um, Everything that went down came out of my pocket, and I never asked for anything. When I brought the juice back, I did start asking people to support the show and send $20. And most people, most did. Some didn't. Some just wouldn't. It wasn't a requirement though either. It was like if you can, if you can't, I get it. But that just shows you that some people just won't even invest in people who are investing in them and paying for the platform to invest in them. Um, but that obviously wasn't my thing either because here we are. I stopped doing the juice and I don't ever want to do it again. I don't ever want to do that again because I did not enjoy the chase. I don't enjoy pursuing people. That is that is not part of who the fuck I am. That is not part of my energy. I am not going to fucking pursue. That's just draining. That shit's draining as fuck to constantly be chasing people. And I get it. Some people's energy is made to pursue. Mine is not. My energy is very much a receiving energy, an allowing energy, an opening energy of like if I allow it to be open to receive. My energy is a receiving type of energy. So when I allow my energy to be open to receive, that's how it works best. I don't want to chase people. That shit drains me and is tiring as fuck. So then my question is, what is my fucking thing? I love to cook. I used to always, excuse me, I used to always think before the internet got to the point that it's at today, back when the internet was social media was popping, but still kind of new. I wanted to start a cooking show. Oh my God. And I remember when we very first were started to be able to go live on social media, I wanted to start a cooking show. And I really wonder to this day, like, why I never did that. Because for some reason, I really feel like it could have been super successful. Um, but I guess we won't know because I never did it. So maybe I should. But here's the thing is that I didn't want to do a show that I have to film the show, edit the show, do all these things, right? I don't enjoy that. I don't, it's crazy as a videographer. I don't enjoy doing my own work as much as I enjoy doing other people's work. Now, that's not for all creations, but when it comes to video, I love doing other people's videos. Like, but to film myself and then, yeah, which don't get me wrong, I did it. If you remember, for a long time with the juice, there was promo videos. I filmed other than the ones that say Finchville Films on them. I shot and edited every fucking promo video for the juice. I actually didn't mind that. But like before I shot a video one time of like some food that I made and I never edited that completely. It's still sitting in the vault. I shot a video about showing people how to make soap, making soap one time. Never have I edited that. It's literally still sitting as a complete skeleton in the vault. Like I just don't enjoy that shit as much as I enjoy filming for y'all. I do though enjoy graphics. Like if I make a flyer for myself or a logo for myself, which I make all my own flyers, all my logos are all the logos that represent Melody, I made except for the Melody Waters logo, which is really funny, right? But when I got that logo, I was not making graphic work, digital, I wasn't a graphic designer yet. I was I learning or was I interested? That was right before I became a graphic designer, but right before I started learning that shit. So I didn't make the Melody Waters logo. I bought that one from Creative Ryan, actually. Shout out to Creative Ryan for that dope ass logo. Now though, now that I know, that logo took him like 2 minutes to make. He literally, I'm not gonna get into it. It's a great logo. But it really was a simple logo. It's pretty simple. It's like text and an emoji. But that sometimes that's all you need. A lot of my logos that I make for myself are similar, just text or something along those lines. Um, but so I guess all this rambling on about myself today and my quitting of weed was just to say, like, I'm here. I'm trying to figure out why the fuck I'm here. What the fuck I'm doing here. What the fuck I'm supposed to be doing here. What's my mission, bro? What's the point? I know the premise. I know I'm here to help humanity. I know I'm here to help people raise their vibration. I know I'm here to help people, awaken. I know I'm here to help people heal themselves. I know I'm here to help people remember who the fuck they are. But how? How? What's the catalyst? That part I don't know. Sometimes I think that it's having an oasis, like some land somewhere where people can come to and they can grow and learn and heal, connect, hopefully remember who the fuck they are, or at least spark the at least be activated in the spark to find it. But who knows? I guess I'll figure that out as I go. But right now, I'm just going through this shit, not smoking weed and feeling. I'm excited to see the results of my experiment. I only this for a little while. So gratitude for y'all for with me through this whole hour of talking about me quitting weed and random shit about my life. Random shit about my life. Which actually, I want to say something real quick. Yeah, I was supposed to say that. So I guess I'm just not. I'll say gratitude for the lessons learned. So yeah. Every time I come on here, y'all, I never have an actual, like, I have no paperwork with me. I have nothing written down. I have nothing around me to tell me what to say. I have no outline. In the moments of silence, um, it's ponder. It's ponder is what it is. And so I do appreciate love that you allow me that space to ponder and to connect and to see what it is that I'm supposed to be saying to you. What's the message that I'm supposed to be delivering today? You know? And I guess it was about this because I did a whole hour talking about that, which is wild. I don't really know what else to say, y'all. I'm kind of hungry and I don't want to eat because it's late, but so I'm probably just gonna go drink some tea. And go to bed. I will see y'all next week, Monday. Oh, this Thursday for our village meeting, y'all, we're gonna meet at a dog park because one of our village members that is always there, and then myself, the village member, we both have a dog, and so if you want to join us, like, bring your pup, bring your furry friend, and keep your eyes out. Keep a lookout. Keep an eye out for the location. Sorry, pardon me. Excuse me. I'm a little so, my not like necessarily come. Well, the internet is not my fault. Internet's not- I- it just keeps going. I'm just going off. and reconnecting. So I love y'all, man. Have a fabulous week. You guys next Monday, 7 p.m.